Hey guys, welcome to another video here with me, and today I'll be planning my September on my bullet journal. I've already made a plan all in pencil, and now I'm gonna be drawing over with my nib pen, all in black. My theme for this month will be back to school because it's September, and here in Portugal the schools start around the 15th of September, so it's a very important date for families who have kids, because want it or not, your life kind of revolves around it. So this is my theme for this month. For my cover page, I always make some drawings a little bit more complex than the other pages. In this one, I'm gonna draw my daughters because they're the ones who are going back to school. This is my older daughter, which is in university. And this drawing is like a panel, that you put on your wall over your desk with your memo stuff, your stationery, your school materials. And it's also a cute decoration for your office or bedroom, your working space. Uh-oh, I'm smudging it. I forgot that this pen doesn't dry as quickly as my gel pen that I usually use. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Of course, I have to include my month's name somewhere. So this is like a magnet or something. I wanted to draw a sun here because September is the month of the equinox. And I'm gonna make it part of my theme as well. In here, this is like a painting or a photograph of the sun and the moon. And this stands for night and day being the same length. I think it's on the 23rd of September that the night and the day will be equal. I'm gonna be drawing this here to make a note of that. A little flag with the year. And this will be the photo of my younger daughter going to school. I don't know how to do this without smudging it, so I'm gonna grab a piece of paper. This is so small that even this pen can make the details. I'm afraid to grab my paper because this ink, it's never fully dried. You can always activate it with water, so it's really easy to smudge. And it's failing me. I think it's because I'm drawing over the graphite, and the graphite dust sometimes gets in the nib, and it's not good. Okay, this first page is about done, the contour. I think I'm gonna make some details with gray and black. I don't know if I'm gonna put some color in it or not, because the Equinox asks for some color, doesn't it? Well, I'll think it over and then I'll tell you. Okay, hello. This is the future me in voiceover mode. I did think about it, and the answer is yes. I decided to use yellow to represent the sun and gray for the night. And I had the perfect set of two markers from Disney Winnie the Pooh, which happens to be one yellow and one gray. Perfect, right? Well, wrong. That was my second mistake, drawing with a nib pen being the first one. These two markers were like highlighters, and painting with them is not easy. Besides, I would be using them for the first time, and I didn't know how they would perform, but you'll see how I'll deal with it later in this video. So there I was, having fun drawing my calendar and my payments list to keep my finances organized to go in the cover of this September, as I usually do for all my months. Never getting rid of that piece of paper because this ink was smudging really easily. And this is how it looked at this point. I was happy with it, but it was definitely lacking color. So here I am with the gray marker. And there, right from the beginning, it started smudging. Did you see that? Then I got careful about it, of course, but the highlighters don't paint as smooth as normal markers, painting markers. They leave marks all over, they leave stains, and they go through the page for the other side. I don't show you here, but they did. So I was being extremely careful with it. I was afraid of using it, which, let me tell you, it's not a good feeling when you're doing something. But I kept on going, I had already made that move, so I couldn't back up now. I noticed that the yellow smudged a little more than the gray, so I had to be even more careful with it. The good news here was that I could mix both colors and they would look good. As you can see, I put the yellow mixed up with the gray on that sea that I painted, and I like how it looks. Well, but I just embraced the trouble I was having, and I don't mind those little defects, really. They give it a handmade look, Now looking back at it, I don't mind them at all. Then I printed the meaning of the word Equinox, just to glue it here, and then I replaced my nib pen for a gel pen, which is what I always use on my bullet journal, and I love it. And really, by the end, you can see the difference of where I draw with my nib pen and with my gel pen. They look exactly the same. Then I thought I was through with it. I was done with my cover page, but I forgot to pick a sentence for this month. Then I thought a little about the equinox and the time of the year, and my goals for this year that I told you about in my bullet journal set up for the whole year. I have that video here in my channel. I'll leave the link on the description, and I come up with this sentence. So So I printed it to glue it over my payments list because I had left no space at all for it. It can cover my payments list, which is also a thing that I prefer to keep a little more private, so it almost looks like I had planned it, you know? So in the end, I really think it looked really good. Then off to my first week of September. I don't show you all the making because it's basically the same. Is my gel pen drawing that structure as I did in the cover page, and it's basically the same. I'll show you in the end how the finished piece looked. Then here I'm already in the second week of September. I decided to draw the name of the month and the flower, just like that, simple in black, like it was made of wire. And then I forgot to leave space to write which week in the year it is and the days that I usually write in all my weeks. So I came up with this solution, which is to put a tag. In this case I glued it over where I wrote those things that I wanted. Once more, you'll see the finished piece in the end of the video. Then for the third week, I'm drawing some photos hanging on my structure and gluing some printed stuff to give each week a different look. Here you see the calendar I chose. I found this calendar and the others that I used all over the weeks on the site Vecteezy. Then I wrote the name of the month with my white gel pen in that blackboard as if it was written in chalk, and I loved it. It looked awesome. Then I drew some landscapes on those pictures and somehow managed to paint them with my highlighters once more. I had to keep that look going all through my weeks. Then my fourth week. Here I have this September postcard from Elsa Besco, and I drew a lot of cute doodles on these 2 pages. The theme for this month is aesthetic stationery, so this is what I mean by that. I would love to have this panel on my office, really. And whoops, once again, I forgot about something. This time was the calendar, so I didn't know where to put it. So I had to make some adjustments. I didn't draw everything I was meaning to draw in there. I changed up a little bit my things, and I managed to put the calendar elsewhere. Sometimes you have to do that, you know. You just have to be a pro in fixing mistakes. Then my clock didn't come up as cute as it was in the sketch, but hey, I fixed it once more. Don't you think these are the cutest doodles? I love them. And the next two pages are for the last week of September. In this one, I decided to draw some jewelry hanging on my panel. I had necklaces and earrings. Oh, I didn't tell you yet about those lights. You know, there's that cute small lights that you put to decorate. So I have them present in all of this month's weeks. Oh, and I was almost forgetting. This is my themes page, as you can see, and I filled up the September space with my phrase for this month and a little doodle to represent the equinox, and at the same time the aesthetic that I brought this month into my bullet journal. Well, and it looks like I'm finished, so I leave you again with old me from when I shooted this video. Bye. Okay, I'm all done with this month, and let's see what I've got for September on my bullet journal. So this is the cover page. Well, for starters, I'm going to tell you that this month I used a lot of new materials that I'm not used to using it, and a lot of things went wrong. But hey, I like it. And sometimes that's what happens when we try new stuff. You know, you don't know how to work with it. You're experimenting and some things don't go the way you plan. And by saying that, let's start with my cover page, and you can see the painting smudged in several places. I tried to disguise it, and I think I succeed in some of the places, not here. Here the sun just smudged the black line, because as you remember, I started drawing with my nib pen, and this ink, it's water soluble, so it never fully dries, and the marker managed to activate it. Later, as you could see also, I changed that pen for this one, which is a gel pen, a black gel pen, but I don't know why the yellow marker seems to smudge that also. The gray one not so much, but the yellow one still smudges it. But hey, this is my bullet journal, not a masterpiece, so I'm not worried. I really don't mind at all. So for my cover page and for both back to school and equinox themes for this month, I have two Polaroids of my daughters going back to school. The older one is going to university, and the younger one is going to middle school. Then I had this image meaning the equinox, which is the day divided in two. Half is the daytime and the other half is the nighttime. So I have here the sun and the moon, and then I have here the meaning of the word equinox in Portuguese, like September is here written in Portuguese as well. Then I have 2022, a flag here. I drew these little lights all over the place because I find it aesthetic. And here, as usual, I have my calendar and my payments list for the month. Then for the second page, I have the first days of September. I printed some stuff and I cut it to size and then glued it on my pages. Again, the lights. Oh, here I tried to make this grid all in black, but I didn't like it so much. I think it's too apparent and I want it to be softer. I liked it better over here where I made it white. So I'm not going to make black again. I just experimented here, but then I didn't like and I didn't repeat it. I drew here some things hanging on my grid, two plants and some pens and pencils. These are meant to be those boards that you hang on your walls, and you put stuff that you need, your stationery stuff, your memos, some photos if you like, some calendars, whatever. It usually decorates your office and your working space, so it's perfect for this theme, you know, the going back to school theme. Here, as I told you, I went back to white on my grid. I have this word September and this flower. I put this tag over here. I have my calendar, and here I'll be writing the stuff that I'm doing on my days. Another week, I have this blackboard like in school, you know, like the ones we had in school. And my calendar again. Here I hanged these drawings, you know, and I'm gonna paint these things. I was meaning to paint them and then I forgot. Okay, better. I have my lights again and the days of the week. Oh, these months I didn't add notes. I didn't add the space for notes as I usually do, because I don't use it that much, and I used it mainly for my shopping list, so I can do it on my phone or in another place. I didn't put it in here this month. Then I have this week I glued some prints again. A lot of drawings, cute drawings, and I have the days of the week. I have a clock and plants and the key. And the last week of September, again, like a mood board or something, you know, those cork boards where you stick notes in it. So here's where I have the name of the months. Another calendar, and here I hang some necklaces and earrings. I think they look cute. The lights, and another key holder or something, a keychain or just pompon, you know, just a cute something. And here I say Olá Outubro, which means hello October, and maybe I'll write a little note for the upcoming months if I need to. And that's it. What did you think about my aesthetic stationery theme with a bit of Equinox? What do you think? I really liked it. This one got different, but I don't mind. I had some trouble with the markers and the nib pen, but hey, it happens. I got to know those materials a little better, so it's all worth it. And I really think my month looks really cute on my bullet journal. So I hope you like it. I hope you get inspired by it. Maybe you'll try it some month in your own bullet journal. If you do so, please tell me in the comments. I would love to see it. And that's it. See you next time. And until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.